Well, thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox, and we are tracking storms across the central and western side of Nebraska right now. Hey, check this out. We have a severe thunderstorm watch highlighted here in pink for a good portion of the state until 10 o'clock this evening. And we have seen some really impressive storms, mainly over McCook, Nebraska today. Now, McCook, Nebraska has seen 3-inch size hail, larger than baseball size hail this evening. Several tornadoes reported in this area, and now a flash flood event going on. And as we zoom out of McCook, so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here, and we're going to go back a little bit and show you the evolution of these storms. So let my radar load right now. As I do that, as I let this load, you're going to see just how many reports that we've gotten over the last maybe 2 hours in this area. We are not stopping anytime soon. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning ongoing right now. So I can see your weather questions on the screen. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me right now. We've already got a few people on here. Let's see, what are you guys saying today? Hope they don't get any hail or tornado damage. Yeah, thank you for that support there. We hope for the best for McCook, but it does look like they've gotten several reports of massive hailstones and several tornadoes. So as my radar data has loaded here, I'm going to show you what the view is like across Nebraska right now. As you can see, we've got a line of storms that have moved from the western and now mainly into the central portion of the state. These have been warned for anywhere between $half to ping pong to golf ball size hailstones. But really the star of the show today, while these have been warned for some of those larger hailstones and some strong wind as well, what we've been really watching for is this storm that has set right on top of McCook for several hours now. Check that out. Okay, so right now, it's about 5:30. 3 hours. This storm formed about 3 hours ago. Absolutely insane what we've seen from it. Lots of reports of baseball-sized hail. Several tornado reports in here as well. You've got that tornado report right there, highlighted there in purple. You've got another one farther down to the southern side of the city. We have seen just some absolutely gorgeous views from this storm, but also some extremely heavy downpours that have reduced visibility completely in some areas. Absolutely turned what was a gorgeous, beautiful blue day to a torrential downpour where you can't see 5 feet in front of you. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those views. As I switch my screen here, I'm going to look off to the screen in the distance and show you some of the views. There we go, that we have seen today. So give me just a minute to pull this up for you here. Alrighty, take a look at this storm. You can kind of see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. This storm, very impressive. Absolutely torrential downpours here. Continued to track off to the left side of the screen as it just dumped rain on the city. If I switch to another view here, now this is actually in McCook. What you're going to see is just how the visibility goes from something where you can see that rain moving in to nothing very quickly. So I'm going to fast forward here and show you what we've been seeing over the last 2-3 hours. Check that out. We've seen a lot of lightning in this area as well as some large hailstones. Every now and then they turn this camera around just to the left a little bit to look back to the west, and we see hailstones bouncing off of some of the other equipment that they have nearby. Some of the other portions of the building, we'll see hailstones bouncing off of that as well. So these are just views that we've seen over the last few hours. We don't want to spend too much time on this here. I want to go ahead and pull our radar back in here. And I want to show you what we've been seeing, or what we are seeing right now. So I'm not going to stay too long on this live unless we have some specific questions that I can answer. So tell me where you're watching from right now. Tell me where you guys are watching from this evening, because honestly, Nebraska is not the only place that has gotten storms here. We've also gotten storms today. Let's go to present time. We've gotten storms out in Iowa. Kansas has gotten hail today. Oklahoma with a severe thunderstorm warning. Arkansas, a few minutes ago, we also had a severe thunderstorm warning in Arkansas that produced about quarter to maybe smaller than the size of a quarter size hail. So really your hail impact has not been too impressive throughout the rest of the country. However, we have seen many scattered showers and storms that have gone severe today. Colorado has missed out, so anyone watching for Colorado here has missed out on that hail, but Kansas, we are still watching for some larger hailstones in the northern side of Kansas. And then, of course, McCook has gotten absolutely blasted with hail this evening, as I mean, it just has not stopped up there, right? 3-inch size hail, larger than the size of a baseball on the northern side of McCook, on the southern side of the city as well. A very impressive sight in McCook, Nebraska. And I'm not going to stay on here too long, as I mentioned earlier. I just wanted to give you guys a very quick update before I hopped off. Now, what we can expect for the rest of the night, let me go ahead and fast forward to present time, right? Present time, wind event right there, north central Nebraska. We've got 60, 50 mile per hour wind speeds. However, this severe thunderstorm warning is warned for 60 mile per hour wind speeds. It looks like we are seeing that transition now from that hail risk to maybe a wind risk at the moment as these storms start to line up, right, along or in front of the front. That's going to transition us from a hail risk to a wind risk. So you could see that if we rewind about an hour, maybe 2 hours ago, we saw many more hail reports. However, now we're seeing more wind reports. So we're going to go back in time here. This is about 2 hours ago. There's more hail reports. However, if we go a little bit farther forward, you're going to see more of those wind reports. Anyway, we're making that transition right now, as we told you that we would earlier in the forecast at noon. Just a little update from the Storm Prediction Center and National Weather Service here. What they're saying is that severe hail and a wind threat will persist for at least a few more hours, especially in western to central Nebraska. Great. That's what I've told you as well. So we're on the same page there. Portions of northeastern Colorado are being monitored for more storm development. So it looks like central Colorado is going to miss out on that storm risk. However, the northeastern side of Colorado will get in on that storm risk momentarily, if not already ongoing in Holyoke. Storm Prediction Center saying that a tornado risk is still on the board as we head into the late night hours tonight, or at least throughout the next few hours, so late evening hours. 55 to 70 mile per hour wind speeds are also possible here, and they're still saying that up to tennis ball size hail is possible for today. Now, if you remember what we showed you during the noon forecast, we showed you that anywhere from North Platte all the way down to Sterling, Akron, Yuma, Colorado, we circled this area right here where Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas all meet up. This area was what we circled for the largest hail potential for today. So that is exactly what happened. I think our forecast was pretty spot on for today. Ongoing right now, we still have a supercell that's sitting over McCook. And now, for all of those who are joining us right now, I see a few more people hopping on. We've got people watching from all different platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube at the moment. For people that are just hopping on, this storm has set over McCook, Nebraska for the last 3 hours. It's evolved, it's changed, but it's persistent. I think it's finally starting to track off to the east. Okay, at one point, let me see, whenever this was warned, severe thunderstorm warning right here, what was this warned for? Moving north at 15 miles an hour. And now it's warned to move to the east. Still with tennis ball size hail, it is still warned for tennis ball size hail, and it's moving to the east at 10 miles an hour. Now, this area that's highlighted in green, if you see this area right here that's highlighted in green, this is a flash flood warning. And from the National Weather Service, they're saying life-threatening flash flooding, thunderstorms producing flash flooding are the biggest hazards here. So they're saying the impact is life-threatening flash flooding on creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. And as we look at our different cameras, you can see, let me see if I can share that camera again. We have absolutely seen all of that rain come down. It's come down very heavy. All right, there you go. Yeah, it's still coming down. And we've been monitoring this all afternoon. So let's actually go to current time frame. Still coming down right now. It's hard to know, like we can't see any of the flooding that's ongoing, but I imagine that we can in just a few minutes. Let's see if we can switch cameras here. So something that we saw earlier. So this is why we're seeing so much flooding. It's these downpours that happen so quickly and they don't move very quickly. Oh, what a beautiful sunset. All right, let's move back to some of that rain that's ongoing right now. I'm gonna look for some other cameras here. Any questions as we do this? Any questions from anyone who's watching this evening? I don't see any questions in the chat at the moment. Looking at some additional cameras right now. Not many people on the roadways. We saw a lot more people earlier, but it looks like, I mean, after what, 3 hours of rain, a lot of people are staying inside. All righty. Well, I wanted to give you guys an update. I wanted to make sure that we were updated before I left work here on what has happened in Nebraska today. So one more update for any of those who just jumped back on. One more update here from the radar. All righty. The past 3 hours, McCook has just absolutely gotten blasted by hail. We've gotten baseball, 3-inch size hailstones reported in McCook, and I apologize about my radar. Let's see if we can get a smoother video right here. There you go. As this thunderstorm has just set right on top of the city over the past 3 hours. Again, I mean, we started watching this around 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it is now 5:40. This radar view right here, so before it was warned to now, has been about 3 hours. This was about 4 hours ago. You can watch the storm develop. It exploded and it just sat on top of the city for so long, which is why we now have a flash flood warning in this area. But again, baseball size hail, 3-inch size hail, and several tornadoes reported. They're highlighted in purple. That's your tornado reports. We had several tornadoes reported over the last few hours. And now we're getting some flood reports as well. Let's read off those flood reports to you. So on top of this ping pong ball size hail that we've got reports of, we've got photos of flash flooding 2 miles northwest of McCook and a report of 3 inches of ponding in a yard. Water is not impacting roads or buildings in that area. So that's good to know that it's not impacting roads or buildings. All righty, thanks for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. Of course, our meteorologists are going to be watching these storms as we head into the overnight hours, because we are not just watching for these storms right here in Nebraska. We have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning in Colorado right now, Deer Trail, Colorado. Actually, I know a good camera down there. I may go ahead and look that up once I get off of here. And then we've also got storms ongoing down in the southeastern portion of Colorado and southwestern portion of Kansas, north and southwestern portion of Kansas. So we'll be watching for the hail and the wind threat in this area. I'm actually wondering, what does the National Weather Service say? They say up to golf ball size hail in this area. There's your update. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back on here for the noon forecast tomorrow. So join us at noon. See you then.